What's going on, believers? My name is Bleaves. This is the Bitcoin show where we're just going to kind of look at Bitcoin today and see what we see. I've added a new indicator over here. It's a volume profile so we can get an idea, a little bit better idea than what we have right now of what's going on with Bitcoin, why it's coming down. Can we expect it to come back up? What are we really looking at? It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
Trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit.
All right, guys, as you can see, I have added in a volume profile over here so that we can kind of get a look and we can kind of see where the trading is going on right now. As you can see right here, the Bitcoin price has gone under the 48, which happened yesterday evening. We started to see a real weakening. The Asian market was not doing a whole lot of support. We went from 21.6 with a high all the way up here at 22.5. You see, we tested the big support line. Then we had this kind of level of support that had been building, that we've been seeing, and that had been maintaining for a period of time. And then that evening, around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. last night on Saturday night, we really saw this thing kind of break down. Started to break down a little bit slowly. And as you can see right here, one of the reasons for this is when something breaks, you're looking at your volume profiles. And you want to see what the trading is like. Is there any support? Now, there's no support in these levels is what you're finding out when you're looking here. And you're seeing that there's just no level of real interest in holding a price. You can see here that there was an attempt at 21.3 right here, but it couldn't hold its support line. Then you see there was some support here at 21,009, basically, or 20,900, just to kind of hold it at 21. And you see that it kind of fell through because there's just really no interest. There's a fight, and that fight's going to happen right around here. Now, that, of course, means that we are heading back to a $20,000 Bitcoin. I'm not sure there's much we can do about it right now. The Asian markets, European markets are now up. The Asian market is up right now, and it is not holding any level of support. This is 24 hours ago. It's been dumping as much as possible. Like, it really has been having a large dump over the last little while. And you can see right here, there was no support in the American markets either this morning. So when you go look at the Dow, it was basically dead even with previous days. So I'm not getting a sense that we're looking to make any sort of moves. Now, that being the case, we'd had conversations about the possibility that Bitcoin could go to 25,000, 28,000. That looks dead in the water right now, unless we get just a massive run that starts sometime around, at the time of me doing this, it's about 9 p.m. on Sunday night. That means that the Asian markets have basically already opened up, except India. We're waiting India waking up. But India, as you can see over here, they were not real helpful last night either. A lot of sell-off there. We got into the European market, traded a little bit sideways. We might see the same thing happen in the overnights, but by that point, we should be down into this zone, which is going to make it look like we're supporting it. But really what we're doing right here is we're just saving some price from the bottom. Now, 3 days from now, we've got the CPI report coming out, which means that there's going to be a whole lot of weirdness going on in this market. And it's going to be attributable to what's been happening. And what really has been happening right now is the CPI is going to show that inflation is still out of control. We drive around here, we can look and we can see gas prices have been okay. But when you compare your gas price as okay from $5.40 down to $4.99, that's not really an improvement. It is, but you're not feeling it. Your wallet's still getting a little bit lighter for a lot of the stuff that you need, and that's not a great feeling. That's how inflation works, and that's why you're not seeing any level of support and sustained sort of risk asset protection on any of these tokens. You're not seeing risk in the Asian market right now. You're not seeing risk in the Indian markets right now. You're not seeing risk in the European markets right now. Everywhere seems to be in a little bit of a free fall, which would indicate that we're probably going to see that again when the American markets open up, because they usually respond to what happens in the European markets and the Asian markets over the weekend. So it looks like we are headed back down, and that's going to lead us into Wednesday. When we get to Wednesday, then we're probably going to be feeling it really bad. Not going to be a great feeling on Wednesday to see the inflation numbers be up there. Now, the one saving grace could be that when we see that, it might be one of those numbers that we already feel is quote unquote baked in. So that may not be the end. We might see a little bit of a lift, but I would expect just a little bit more downside. Moving on. All right, guys, that's what we have right now. We've got a lack of support. The market is not holding up the price action right now, and it's going to make it very dicey and very difficult, especially if you're looking to do any kind of swing trades or day trades. Now, with the Bitcoin price, if you follow your indicators and your indices, then maybe you can do something, but you have to remember that you are under the 48 EMA, and that would indicate that you've got some volatility, and the volatility is going to the downside, not towards the upside. If you're going to try to make a play, you want to see that indicator above the 48. So that being the case, be very careful in your trading. I wouldn't recommend getting in right now. It's definitely not the time to risk, because I do believe that we've got some dip. We're going to be able to buy a whole lot more pretty soon. It's not financial advice. My name is Bleaves. I'm always right. You guys be careful out there, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.